Hello everyone, this is Globku and Sylaia. We are Magical Noob, taking a look at Monaco. What's yours is mine.
Hello guys. So, Monaco What's Yours Is Mine is a stealth action video game developed by Pocket Watch Games. The game provides a top-down view where you can play alone or together, as I played with Globku, one of my good friends, to perform a heist using different specialized thief characters. I think there is 8 in total.
Yeah. You start with 4, you unlock the rest as you go, and they have different abilities and different personalities. As the story develops, you will see some dialogue. It's just text, nothing voice acted or anything, but they do have different personalities. And for the abilities, let's just give an example. The locksmith can pick locks twice as fast as any of the other characters. The cleaner can take out enemies silently. And the pickpocket has a monkey that picks up coins for you.
So, doing the campaign, you don't have all the characters in this beginning. You start getting a few of them, and then more, and then you have all of them. But if I'm correct, you don't have all of them all the time, do you?
It depends on the level. Some of them are unavailable for some of the levels because, let's say you're in a level to save the mole. You cannot start with the mole, obviously. You have to... Yeah, because it's in the level you have to save her. Save her? Him? It's probably a guy.
I guess so.
There's also some tools that can be grabbed by any of the characters. Shotguns, smoke bombs, etc. But ammo is very limited. You cannot shoot your way through any of the levels. You have to collect 10 coins to get another bullet or another smoke bomb. So you can't just go frantic and kill everyone.
No.
You have to rely on stealth.
It isn't that easy to be stealthy all the time. Sometimes you have to be rough.
Exactly. There's a piano-based soundtrack that shifts in tempo according to your situation. It's a melody if you're stealthing, and it gets frantic when you're detected. It makes you feel that stress of avoiding to be captured, and I love this soundtrack, absolutely.
Yeah, we know that sound, yeah.
I felt a big difference playing on single player and on multiplayer. On single player, it feels like a very rewarding stealth game. But on multiplayer, it's a bit chaotic, especially with 4 people.
Yeah, when some of them doesn't know what to do, yeah.
There's definitely advantages for playing in multiplayer with people that know, because you can combine the different abilities, and it's definitely easier with skilled players. But if you have one guy that doesn't know how to play, if he gets detected, it can lead everyone to dying, basically. It can lead to everyone's detection as well. Or it can work the other way. If one guy gets detected, the guards run his way, and it clears the way for you. It can go both ways, really. But it's more chaotic experience than the single player, definitely.
Do you prefer single player?
It's different, like I said.
Okay.
I prefer with friends, but sometimes I like to go into single player and just rest a little bit. And I think the single player is the best way to learn the game, because on a multiplayer, you're pretty much just rushing through stuff. And it's on single player that you just pause and take your time and look to the different mechanics of the game. Even though it's a top-down game, your visibility is reduced to what your character can see. Walls and doors block your vision, and as you walk around them, you can see everything turning into color.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like, in the end, not in the end actually, just from the beginning it got a lot of confusing with the shadow and where you actually could see with all the colors moving, and yeah.
It was very confusing to me as well. I mean, just look at it. It looks like a rave party going on. But now I kind of like it. Once you get used to it, I think it's okay. At the beginning, it is kind of confusing, though.
I didn't get used to it. I find it very annoying. It was a lot of different when you had the lookout.
Yes, because the lookout can see where all your enemies are. If he's standing still or sneaking, you can see where all the enemies are. And it makes things easier to have a lookout on your team. But same can be said for any of the different characters, really. There's advantages to all of them. By hacking a computer, you get a square that follows you around, and that square turns off the lights, opens doors, shuts down lasers, etc. And this square disappears after a while, and it moves automatically. It kind of follows you around, and it hacks whatever you're close to.
Yeah,
I would like to have more control. I would like to have more control over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to deactivate a laser, and then you have to move away from it, but you want that laser to still be inactive. But the thing is, if you move away, the square is going to follow you, and it's absolutely automatic. You have no control over it. I would like more control.
I would like the hacker to be a bit more useful. I know he could get the hacking device a bit easier because of all the The circuits in the walls.
Yeah, the plugs in the walls.
Yeah, the plugs in
and
the walls.
and he hacks the computers faster as well.
But I think just some of them was a bit useless. I mean, sorry. like the lockpick, he should be able to do something else than just be fast at lockpicking. I know it's his name and that's his character, but there should be more things for them to do than just one thing.
A little bit of unbalance between characters, definitely. Yeah, agree with you there. It's a really easy game at the start, which doesn't give you much of a learning curve when you reach the later levels, where the guards have bigger guns, essentially. And because you don't really learn much at the beginning of the game, when you get to those later levels, you start learning by dying repeatedly. In my opinion, that's not the best way to teach players how to play your game. You should have a kind of a learning curve, but it just it doesn't have that. Not really. Like I said, the best way to learn how to play the game is by playing on single player and figuring everything out. But still on single player, if you just rush through the first levels, it's absolutely fine, because the guards don't have any weapons. All they can do is punch you in the face, and you run faster than them. So it's not hard, and I'd like to see a difficulty curve that would be a bit more constant on the game.
Yeah, I don't really get you there, because in the beginning it's mostly a walkthrough, but later on you have to think that you need to get the trophies, the 4 trophies you can get in all the beginning of one game, right? I think it's for people trying to get all those 4 trophies. That's not easy.
That's not easy, but what I'm trying to say is that at the beginning, the first missions, they are so easy that you don't really get the skills necessary to clear those levels. You get those skills by going into those levels and dying over and over and trying different stuff. I'm just saying that that's not the best way to learn how to play any game. I think it would be better if the levels got progressively harder, but not on such a steep level where one level you're just running through stuff, and on the next level you got guys with machine guns that can kill you with one shot.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a learning curve.
I'll see your point.
Repetitive gameplay, unlocking levels becomes tedious, and eventually you grow bored of collecting the coins and you just want to complete the levels to see the ending.
Yeah, we end up doing that, unfortunately.
I love the art style, though I think it sometimes interferes with gameplay. Sometimes you think you're going through a door, and turns out there's not a door there, it's a window. So, even though it's a lovely art style, it's good on the eyes, it interferes with gameplay, and that's not ideal. It's not really ideal. The civilians have a fake French accent that makes me laugh every time, so it's got comedic stuff. And the story has many references to some heist movies, like Reservoir Dogs, and those kind of movies. And those are also funny if you recognize them. And if you don't, it's still a funny story. Yeah. There's a great surprise at the end on the final mission, and the final mission is worth playing over and over again. Definitely. And it was a huge payoff. It was a nice surprise. And yeah, eventually we just go back and play the final mission, because it's really fun. Maybe the game should have tried to make more levels like that last one.
Yeah, more maps for that.
For that, yeah, for like the last level.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is other
or even different mechanics.
There probably is. You don't know that. We haven't finished yet.
No. There aren't. I can tell you there aren't. There's the single player campaign has 17 levels, and then there's another campaign which is the pickpockets, which is remixed levels of the ones you played before. The coins are in different places, the guards are in different places, the trophies as well, but the levels are pretty much the same. So, do we think this game is good? Do we think this game is bad? We're gonna give it a verdict, we're gonna give it a score. It's the first time we've done that, and I hope we don't get too much hate for it, but we're not gonna give it a Magical Noob score. I'm gonna give it my personal score, and Sylaia's gonna give it his personal score. Alright, I would give it a 7.5. It's a good game, fun to play, cooperative, but I don't think it will survive more than 2 weeks on my computer due to its repetitive nature.
Yeah, okay. I thought you actually were gonna go lower in that, but yeah, I'm only at 6. I think it's sometimes too easy to evade guys, because you just can run past them and to the next stage. And unlocking later levels is just a fucking grind. I get bored too fast. And like you say, it's only for 2 weeks or less, so only 6. endpoint for me.
But that's our opinion, and whether or not you take it into consideration, it's totally up to you guys.
Try it yourself.
Yeah, try it yourself. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. I've been Globku, here with Sylaia. Take care, guys, everyone. Goodbye. I forgot to speak there.
Bye.
The